Okay, so Bleach Brave Souls has been out for about 5 years now, and KLab in that time has added a ton of new content, a ton of new characters, but where I feel they've fallen short is updating the user interface to keep pace with the content and characters. And you might not think this is that important, but in my opinion, it's a big part of the player experience, especially for new players who don't know maybe where to start or what they should be focusing on. So they've made attempts to streamline their user interface, and the effort is there, but I feel the execution is lacking. So in this video, Cowboy is gonna fix the user interface or streamline it for KLab as a favor. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's get started, guys. Starting with the main screen. Now, the goal of a good, clean user interface is one of the goals is to uh, eliminate redundancies. So you don't want to have like 10 different ways to get to a specific quest. You want to have one way to get to anything in the game. So if I want to go to, a daily event, there should be one path there. If I want to go to Crystal Quest, there should also be one path there in general. Let's start off. Let's go through them one by one. News, that's fine. That can stay. Inventory, that's fine. That can stay. Accessories, that's redundant. We don't need that. You can get to accessories from inventory. I mean, you just go to inventory and just click on accessories and it's right there. So right off the bat, we can eliminate that button. Edit, it's fine. That's how you change your team. Okay, no problem with that. Shop and summons, it's got to be there. This scrolling event list, there's a lot of redundancy in this. All you need here is the main event. Just have the main event that's going on currently, the conspiracy, vortex of catastrophe, or whatever event it is. Just have that. Don't make it move because that's like you don't need to do that. I mean, we can get to those other quests in different ways, in more efficient ways. So just maintain that as a static button for the event. Fine. Guild is fine. Verse battle is fine. Quest is fine. The other button I feel they should be adding here is co-op, and we'll get to that in a minute. Co-op is a huge part of this game, and it's one of the selling points of this game. So I really think they should have it on the main screen just to promote it further. You guys know how the co-op is in Brave Souls. It's pretty fun by and large. Um, there's no other games that have co-op like BBS, like as far as I know. I mean, it's real time. It's awesome. It's a little bit grindy. We all know that, but that's fine. Friends list that can stay there. Orders and gift box that can all stay there. Everything else is fine, but those two items need to go. The accessories button needs to go, and the scrolling bar needs to go, and it needs to be replaced with a static event button, so you can get directly to the event without it moving. All right, so moving on to point two. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. It's probably too late for that. Quests is a mess. This needs to be fixed like ASAP. And I'll tell you why in a minute, guys. All right, so let's go through the buttons here. Stories and sub stories. Combine those categories. Put sub stories into stories, and just have like a little button at the top here where it says main, side, and then sub. Okay, I clicked on something by accident. There you go. Main, side, and sub. There you go. No problem. Now it's more clear because sub stories are still part of the story. That can go. Chronicle quest that can stay. Events, we'll get to that in a minute. Senkaimon, no problem with that. Maybe just have it available, like have the button here when it's available. Otherwise, don't have it on the screen. Co-op, that needs to go on the main screen. And as an addendum to that, Epic Raids, put it into the co-op menu. So move Epic Raids into co-op. So you'll just have this. You'll have this screen at the co-op, and then have the epic raids just as separate bars down at the bottom or wherever you want to have them. So combine co-op and epic raids. They're both co-op quests. We don't need separate buttons for them. So just put co-op right here, and then you scroll down, the epic raid Renji right here, and the awakened epic raid Renji right here. All right, so that eliminates a couple of buttons right there. Now, furthermore, we're moving co-op to the main screen. All right, so that can be eliminated from this screen as well. So we're left with story, Chronicle Quest, events, and Senkaimon. Nice and clean. Now the events, you go in here, and it's another submenu. Now submenus, not a good idea. You want to have as few submenus in your game as possible. I mean, I'm not a developer or anything, but just as someone who plays this game all the time, you don't want to have a ton of submenus because that confuses people, especially new players. It's an annoyance for veteran players. So what can we do here? All right, we can eliminate all these buttons. We're going to go through them one by one. Limited time quest. Just put these on the main menu. That eliminates one button. 1,000-Year Blood War story. put that in stories, okay? Put that back in the story menu. And look at this. I put it right in here, right in here. If you want to, if you want to bring attention to it, put a little star right here, or something like that on top of the icon, saying you haven't looked at it yet. All right, so we can eliminate that button right there. Now, the other ones we can also eliminate. We can eliminate that, not eliminate, but move them to the previous menu I was just on. So raids, that can stay the way it is. Just put it back on the previous menu we just looked at. Power up quest and difficult quest. Difficult quest needs to go. All right. Difficult it's somewhat of a subjective thing. What's difficult? Maybe I think the current event is difficult. It's just a bad category in general. So what's in difficult quests? We have Droplet Zone and Inheritance Zone. Both of these need to go into power up. Into the power up. So if we go here, both those quests need to go into look at this, man. See, like it's just cluttered. You can tell just by like my navigation right here. Both those droplets and Inheritance Zone need to go into power up quests. So right here, just put it at the bottom. You have the Droplet Zone here, and then the potion, link slot potion quest right here. And if you want to denote that they're difficult, just put a little banner that says, difficult, just at the top of the banner of the event. No problem. People will figure it out. Okay, so we've eliminated that button as well. Difficult quests can go because they're all power up quests anyway, and it's kind of confusing. We like what's difficult, what's not difficult. I don't know, guys. All right, so we've eliminated all those buttons right now. So as you can see, this menu can go away. This menu is redundant, unnecessary. Everything can just be put on this menu here. So what you're going to have here is story. Sub-stories is gone. Chronicle quest can stay. Events can go. Senkaimon can stay. Co-op is going on the main screen, so co-op and epic raid can go. And then you're just going to have the buttons from this menu on that screen I just left. So you're going to have power up and you're going to have raids. That's all you need to put. Add these two buttons to this menu. Those two buttons on this menu and we're all set. All the other stuff can be reorganized into the other categories. I think I missed something as well. These awakened one-time only quests right here, put these into sub-stories. The Espada challenge, all these challenges right here, these 5. Or how many is it? 6. You can just have another category right here, add a 6th category, and it says, challenge quests, difficult. That's all. There you go. We're reorganized. So I think it's kind of important for Caleb to keep up on the organization. If you've been playing any other types of mobile games, the user interface of Bleach Brave Souls compared to some of those games that are coming out right now, it's not as clean, it's not as organized. It definitely needs to compete on the user interface level because that's the first thing that players who are going to try your game are going to look at or are going to interact with. So you need to make sure that's very well done, even if it's at the expense of maybe skipping a mid-month banner or something. Take a month off of making characters and just clean all of this up. Eliminate the redundancies, make it more friendly, make it more new player friendly, and I think they are going to do that, guys. There was already a patch notes for I think it's March or sometime after that where it says they're going to try to upgrade the user interface, and that'll be a good thing. Hopefully they do it right because some of the user interface changes they've made in the past, the effort is there, but I don't think they've been entirely successful. Like, for example, if we go into the inventory, we can now look at the power-up materials. And, to be honest, I think this is worse than before because it's just all mashed together. Like, we need to have this, like, all the green crystals here on its own line, all the purple on its own line, and all the blue, all the red, because it's hard to see. For me, it's hard. It just looks messy. Like it's hard to evaluate at a glance how much materials you have of crystals because they're all kind of mixed up. Also, another little thing, guys. You should be able to, when you click on any of these items, it should take you to the quest you need to go to get that item. Right now, it takes you to a selling screen, and just get rid of the selling screen and substitute in a direction to go to the crystal quest. Nobody sells these things anyway, or I don't know. Maybe some people do, but it's you just don't need it. And maybe a little short description of what the item is for, um, just to make it more 2020. Because all games, all new mobile games right now have that. If you click on an item in any mobile game these days, it'll tell you where to get it. It'll send you directly there. So they should be doing that, and they have implemented some of that functionality in the character soul trait. If we go to characters, excuse me, guys, I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. But um, if we go here and we look at the soul tree, if I click on this right here and then I click on the item, it does send you where you need to go. So if I pressed OK here, it would send me to the jewel drop. But here's the issue with the way they have it set up right now. If I click on crystals, this is what it does. It sends me to this menu, and then I have to press OK, and then it takes me directly to the crystal stage. But if I click on a raid character, I get this much nicer screen where I have the quest right here. So they should just make this screen should be what pops up for the jewels as well. Like I shouldn't have this prompt, this confirmation prompt. Just do what you did with the raid characters and send me directly to the stage where I can just say, okay, oh, let's go. Here we go. Let's do it. Prepare for quest. So a little bit of consistency issues there with the way the interface looks. That's a minor point. Maybe it's a nitpick, but you want the game to look polished. It's just presentation is important. I guess that's it for the user interface. There's probably there's a ton more things I could say about the user interface, but this is the bare minimum of what I'm promoting right now. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Am I just being a nitpicking guy, or are these serious issues? I mean, they're not entirely serious, but they will affect especially new players coming into the game. It's 2020. You need to have an interface that competes with other games that are coming out these days. So I guess that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I'm trying to get back into it. Maybe I'm trying to get back into it. I don't know. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video or live stream. Bye-bye.